Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maven. You about midway to the midday with Marcus Maven. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And I'm sure you've seen this stat, if we can call it a stat, that this will be the last Friday without football for the next however many months. And that's exciting to hear. Steve Rummage on vacation, Nikki V on vacation, Jason in the booth.
What's up?
What's going on, my man? You and I are doing the Lord's radio work today of holding down the skeleton crew at ESPN Louisville in 93.9. Jason, what's going on, my man?
No, just hanging in there, trying not to let the place burn down. You know, I'm regular on the Diener show, but you know, I'm unfamiliar with the 93.9 board. But Nikki V gives me serviceable instructions. We'll see what we can do over here.
What would you grade yourself thus far since the time you've arrived in this building, holding down the studio?
I mean, I come in and open it every day. So, like, I'm the first one here at 6 a.m. and I have to make sure that, you know, terrestrial is on the air and that the streams are on the air. So, I mean, I think we haven't had too many issues. I don't know, maybe B+.
So solid B+.
Yeah.
Is that just you trying to be humble?
I mean, we've had one issue.
Why do you let Mark Blakenbaker pick on you all morning?
I'll get him back later.
I hear he talks about your allegiances the whole time, and I'm just like,
I mean, I don't really have to say anything back. All I have to do is tweet a picture of me standing in front of my 2 degrees. That's all that I have to do. That's the answer. That is an instant win.
Fair enough. Okay, so listen, I don't want people to not know what's going on here, but I had a great conversation with a good person, Cecily, this morning. Kind of talked about a community outreach. It's not necessarily outreach, but there's a women and children shelter, and we kind of talked about some fundraising efforts. It's an interview I'm going to bring to everybody a little later on. You're going to have to help with that, the commercial side of that, and getting our natural unnatural interview kind of chop it up, separate it pretty good.
We'll get it done.
So I'll be able to play that. So you're going to be excusing us now that you got us running. Steve may or may not be joining at some point during the show. I'll probably not. I did extend an invitation to a special guest. I'm not going to tell anybody who it is, but if they pull up, they'll pop up. Y'all know how that goes. We extend invitations around here, and if people take it, they take it. If they don't, they don't. But that's their bad luck. Okay, Jason. Any other shout outs you want to give before you go take care of your business?
I mean, thanks for trusting me with your board today.
You're not sitting on some sports hot take. You have a chance to spit hot fire on 93.9 Middays with Marcus Maven. There has to be one quick hot take that you just been dying to let out that you don't get to let out on the Diener show, that you just been sitting on this one, and it's like, let me throw this one out, and then I can go take care of my business.
Man, I'll have to think about it. Here's what I'll do. I'll give a shout out to the University of Tennessee for giving me a full ride scholarship. Take that, blank.
Ball for life. That Jason is now going to help me take care of some other business. I appreciate that. Like I said, people, I don't want to make light over, we understand why most people aren't here. They're headed up for the memorial of Mike Pratt. Very tough loss. Like I said, I do always think of these, passing aways as celebrations, especially when people, live to be, older ages. So, shout out to Mike Pratt. And like I said, everybody getting up there. Like I said, I'm glad Steve is getting his mental health back together. No better place to do that than Orlando. And I get to go full old school where I get to just talk to the text line. I get to talk. in a bad way. Now, Steve, I hope you're not listening. I hope you're not listening. Hey, y'all, do you realize that years and years ago, I was in this studio and I got a call or I got a text, and the call or text was basically, "Hey, Marcus, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to be able to make it in. You want to take the show from 10 to 12? I mean, I don't know what we're going to talk about, but just, you can have it." I said, I'll give it my best shot. And I haven't left, and they haven't turned off the lights, and I haven't said anything so stupid that I lost, the ability to grab the microphone. So yay me, and yay everybody who decided to listen and keep listening and keep hitting the phone lines and support everything. So I do appreciate that. It's one of those times where I just wanted to take a quick shout out moment. So here's the thing. Right after I finished complimenting myself, another thought popped in, and this thought is going to lead into today's conversation, a couple of today's topics, and some things that people got to get used to. The title of the show on the Made for the Ville channel is Purging, and we're going to get to that part. But first, I got to say this. I think that I'm talented on the radio, but I have to be honest about something. The University of Louisville has been the ultimate cheat code. The ultimate cheat code for an aspiring media personality. Now, I kind of just fell into it, but if you're trying to fall into something like this and you're going to enjoy it, this would have been the time to do it. The last 5 years would have been the time to break your way into the sports media world. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it, moving forward, but it's going to be a lot tougher. Not because of your talent. Y'all got to think. I'm on the radio. Rick Pitino is my basketball coach. Tom Jurich, Dan McDonald, Ken Lola, Rexy Carmen, like all these names gave me content day after day after day. Rick Pitino is going to give you content. He's going to drive his assistant coaches insane. He's going to drive the media insane. He's going to drive the players insane. So I get to cover daily commentary of Rick Pitino. I watched Charlie Strong. Come here. I got to do radio for the Teddy Bridgewaters and Charlie Strongs and Donovan Mitchells and Montrez's. I got to watch the transfer portal going from listening to my boy Dan Dockage go from calling the transfer portal like mercenaries, to his own son becoming one of those mercenaries. But keeping it Louisville centric. Covering Rick Pitino is always content and spins and unveiling of what he's getting at. So Rick Pitino, the Charlie Strong element, of football. Like I said, every single thing you can deal with at a university, we've dealt with over the last 5 years. That almost makes your blade a little dull. I can't lie. Because so many days you could just come in here, sit down, and one one day of media, and you're going to have 17 stories to talk about coming from a football, basketball, baseball, overall university beef with media standpoint. I mean, it just drives you crazy. So that has aided me in helping the channel grow, but the channel still grows. You know, good alternate perspectives, good positive perspective has all helped everything grow. Why am I telling everybody all this? I'm telling everybody all this because a lot of that stuff's coming to an end. Y'all do realize the salacious aspect, not coming to an entire end, but it's going to be a valley. I could hear the pain in Drew Diener's voice this morning. And listen, he said he nailed the truth spot on. He said it's not going to be the sizzle, it's going to be the steak. But I could hear the pain. I could legitimately hear it in his voice. You're not going to have the day-to-day commentary about the body fats. You're not going to have the day-to-day, he's the greatest shooter I've ever seen in my life. Do you know how much content you get off of Coach Pitino saying McNamara or something is like just these superlatives that you know don't apply? Or apply in an extreme case? It takes me back to my short conversation with Danny Manning. Man, we got a lot of work to do. That's all you got for me? I just had Rick Pitino. I just had Coach Mack laying out the entire offseason of trying to schedule one game with John Calipari. Why do I feel like I'm never going to hear that again out of my basketball program? At least not for the next 6 years. I'm not going to hear scheduling beefs. I'm not going to hear exaggeration. I'm not going to hear slick humor. I don't know. Nolan may keep that alive. Nolan, you're our only hope. Nolan, I'm not going to get anything from KP. I'm not going to get anything from Coach Manning, Josh Jameson, Stephanie, Reese, Milt. They're not going to give me anything. Nolan, I believe in you. I believe in your Twitter fingers can every once in a while give this fan base something to sink our teeth into. Give the media something nice and funny, but somebody's going to try to turn it into something crazy. But you're our only shot. Do y'all hear Coach Satterfield? Do y'all know that Satterfield's not going to, especially, well, I don't know. He's giving us a you snooze, you lose every once in a while. I mean, he's not going to be as quiet as Coach Payne, but Scott Satterfield is not going to give us the real deal smoke session. You get what I'm saying? Not smoke session, but you know what I mean. Everybody knows what I mean. He's not going to give it to you. I don't know who's second place. I don't know where I'm going to get that from my football team, but I will say this. I like it returning to sports. I'm probably one of 2 or 3 people in this entire market that enjoy it going back to sports. And here's the thing. The fact that it took mistakes to start bringing us back to normalcy, like make sports great. Okay. Real sport, real transition. Go to the games now. Watch Kenny Payne and tell your kid, hey, you see how nice that setup and cut was? Go back to that. Go back to, enjoying the game with your friend who doesn't normally like basketball, and you can get him to fall in love with the Louisville Cardinals. Like convincing your friends that, hey, no, the sport is still fun to watch. You don't have to have characters that you hate or love based on your political boundaries and stuff like that. No, you can go back to say, listen, while it turned into a big criticism of Kenny Payne and NIL and what he's done a great job of not letting NIL become the story. Now, right now, you're doing, you can try to, oh, what is he doing? Why is he not? No. And then you see players are still getting NIL, but it's just not the story. So slowly but surely, the salaciousness that you got out of NIL, you're not getting that. You're not going to get that with Kenny Payne. You're not going to get that with Danny Manning. And I got news for you. He's going to be teaching these young men how not to make conversation, how not to show NIL's important, how to handle their business behind the scenes. And he's going to teach them about pitfalls, which is the enemy of salacious drama junkie media. Okay. So get used to it. Again, my media brethren, I'm sorry. Still a fan. I'm still a sports fan. Still sports first. I'm still a empathizer, a sympathizer, an appreciator of the emotion. I still listen. He always asks me, how do I get all the parents on here? How do I connect with parents? Because I empathize with the work that goes on behind the scenes. And I think it's interesting. And listeners of 93.9 and Middays with Marcus Maben, they still think it's interesting. They still want to experience a mom who has taught her child through a transfer and ended up at Louisville. It's fun to hear parents go through it without feeling angst about it, without feeling any jealousy. No, we want you to succeed here. We want you to learn the city. We want you to love the city. We want you to, hey, this is what you should do when you're here. Enjoy. We want to see you go from something else to L's up and embrace that culture. That stuff is still fun. So guess what, people? You're going to have to start learning about sports again. Listen, you can get one or two narratives out of Satterfield. Oh, Satterfield, I remember when he got mad about the L's down. And it's like, nah, that stuff's over. You're going to have to learn your players' names. When next week comes and we start reading those player bios, we're going to force you to learn about the players. We're going to talk about an off season with Kenny Payne and the growth in positions and what players can do this and what they're enjoying about being at the university. We're going to get back to all of it. I got to tell you, salacious fan, good night. I don't enjoy sports without the drama. Good night. This is not, listen, the bar's closing down. IARP, you might as well consider that last call for alcohol. Because if that's what you enjoy, it's a wrap. Now, I don't like celebrating happy accidents from drama because Lord knows this is the happiest. I couldn't be more thrilled. I could not be more thrilled with the people. I just got Justin Perez as the cherry on top to my hiring of all offseason. I got my former teammate over there doing player development in Reese Gaines, people I trust. KP, I trust the players that he's raised. I trust my program. I cannot believe the happy accidents and what it's led to. But I had to be resilient. And when I say I mean we. I mean us. We had to be resilient. I went to Kroger. There's a lady. We'll just say she's a veteran. She's a veteran, not military wise, but she's an experienced lady, right? With life. She's been on the earth a while. And she was happy to be talking about the Louisville sports feeling like it's been cleared out, and not necessarily from bad people, just abusers of the program. Because sometimes it feels like some people got away with taking a lot of liberties and they could get away with it because the media is looking to give benefit of the doubt to any anti-Louisville narrative. So listen to that lady, just the sigh of relief she was giving me about the direction she was going was awesome. And you know what else it made me think about? One of my top 10 best memories of my childhood came from like the worst accident, or it wasn't an accident. Well, I didn't. The result ended great, but I had to go through a tough lesson. And this kind of reminds me of the feeling. Okay, this is a young Marcus. Older brother Michael, 4 years older. Now that's a big difference when you're young. 4 years is huge when you're young. Once you're 24, you're 27, it's not a big difference. We're doing the same things, whatever. When I was young, 12, 13, might as well have been dad and son or something. Like that's how much of a difference it was. My brother was dating a girl. For all I knew, his older girlfriend. I mean, I doubt that was his girl, whatever. But I didn't know what my brother was out here doing. And when she called, like I said, look, show my age. When she called, I would click over and say, hi, so-and-so. No, my brother's not here, blah, blah, blah. He's down in the basement, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 whatever. I would give her the explanation. So we were comfortable, I was comfortable saying his whereabouts. He went up the street, he had to do this or something like that. One time, apparently my brother wasn't doing what he said he was doing. But I didn't know this. And he had never trained me to give the proper responses. And I'm just going to say 10 through 13, just to keep it in general area ish. So I didn't really know I didn't know what I would be covering up for. I was just saying what the plan was, blah, blah, blah. So apparently I got my brother in trouble. My brother came home. He was pissed. Took all his clothes back from me. All the hand-me-downs. This is my hero, too. He took my clothes. He took the clothes back. I think he left me some honey buns one time. He took them back from my top drawer. I used to like these big 60 cookies. He took all the stuff from me. He just thought I'd just been telling her everything running my mouth. And maybe I was, but I didn't know. I thought we was, and fool, when she calls, I'm the one running up the street to come get you. So this is what happened. I got him in big trouble. He was very mean to me after I got him in trouble. It was bad. So then, I don't know how it happened, but some kind of way, he told her that he was going to do something else, right? And something happened. he needed a wingman at the last minute. So my brother was getting ready to get caught. And at the last minute, he called on his little brother to be the wingman. And my brother took me to the movies as the ultimate alibi. And we went to see New Jack City. I wasn't supposed to be in the theater watching New Jack City, but my brother took me to New Jack City, and it was the best. And then after we went to New Jack City, I think he started liking me after that. You know, like I said, before I was a chore, you know, it used to be a chore to him, you know, take your brother, you know, make sure your brother, you know, I understand that. Now I understand that. But that day I became my brother's homeboy and wingman and bailout man. That was the boundary moment. You know what the other boundary moment was? This is funny. And I'm just telling this before we go to commercial break. The other moment where I gained my brother's respect, we were in the mall. We were in a place called Governor Square Mall. Right? We're in Governor Square Mall, and it's him and his homeboy, you know, over by the arcade or something, you know. You know, we park a lot pimping in the mall, you know, everybody knows. Everybody had that phase where your boys just get a little area and just, you know, you just get the traffic coming through. So I'm probably 15. My brother's like 19. You know, I don't even think we rode together. I think we just happened to be kicking it together. We was kicking it. It was his boy and my boy, right? And we was in a little area. And these ladies came through. These ladies, and I'm telling you, they came through like stallions, right? They came through, and you know, when you're in the mall, you know, you got one side and the other side of the traffic going, you know, going in ways, and you got the little phones in the middle, the pay phone. Showing the age again. You got pay phones in the middle, you know, all that good stuff. But that's where you lounge. It's a lounge area. These ladies came through. I'm gonna be honest. You know, it's 2022. You can call it toxic now, but you know, I gave a little. That was my cat call, y'all. If I can get them to look, and I can, you know, if I can give a little something, maybe I can get their attention. So my brother's cat call was different. I'm not gonna tell you his cat call, but it was a different cat call. So my cat call was. So the ladies, the stallions walk by, right? I give my little hiss, right? One of them turns, and it was the choice one that turned, right? And again, my brother has a reputation, y'all. It's hard growing up in his shadow. It's hard growing up in his shadow. So the stallion turns around. He's closer to the stallion than I am. And his cat call was different, right? And the lady starts walking towards us, right? And I'm like, damn, because my brother's in front. He's obviously got first dibs on this, right? And she walked past him. And then he did this. This is just so funny. He was so quick. She walked past him, was headed towards me. And then he changed his cat call to and he tried to use my cat call to say I was the one who did that. It didn't work. The girl walked up to me. My brother's homeboy. He had the biggest outburst of laughter because it was like, oh, snap, baby. Like, little bro got one over you. Listen, I had to tell that story because that was another life-changing moment. We'll get back to purging of the fan base and all that good content. We'll take a quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben. I'm sorry, I had to tell that story.
What a difference a few months can make. Come have a beer, bourbon, or a glass of wine at Grateful Dead Brewing. As weather warms up, walk.
Sorry, that was a little rough, but I didn't have it lit up. I had to read which one it was real quick.
ESPN Louisville and can't wait to serve you. 2 area locations, Great Flood Highlands and Great Flood Middletown. Online, greatfloodbrewing.com.
Miss anything from your favorite shows? Head over to the GE Appliances Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
Baseball is here, and so is the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app, featuring same-game parlays where you can combine the excitement of different bets, all from the same game. Bet the total, spreads, player props, and more. Plus, with award-winning customer service, BetRivers.com Sportsbook app, here comes a baseball joke, is a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Must be 21. Must be located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 1-800-994-8448.
You voted and the winners are in for the 2022 Local ESPY Awards from ESPN Louisville.
Congratulations to Caleb Glenn for winning Male High School Athlete of the Year. Glenn, a University of Louisville commit, averaged 21 points and 12 rebounds a game last year for male high school, including a buzzer beater against Ballard in the 7th Regional Championship. Congrats to Caleb Glenn, our Male High School Athlete of the Year.
Thanks for voting again this year for the 2022 Local ESPY Awards on ESPN Louisville.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services. Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn. Or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit liquorbarn.com, or call your local Liquor Barn store to schedule your pickup or delivery to get what you need to stock the bar. If it's your birthday month, make sure to visit liquorbarn.com for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you might win an opportunity to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn can help you bring the celebration to your cookout, tailgate, or game watch party. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Yeah, it's that good. Verno's Pizza. Good taste, happy face, your place, my place. What's gonna make you happy? It's the service on your face. It's that good. Yes, it is, and we deliver it. Oh, oh, oh. Taste is fun. Yes, it is. We guarantee it. Yeah, it's that good. Verno's Pizza. Yeah, it's that good.
Make it rain! Make it rain!
When you're in pain, attorney Phil Rich makes it rain. Growing up in Louisville's Portland community, this Trinity and University of Louisville graduate knows how to fight for you. Whether you were injured in an accident or hurt on the job, Phil Rich specializes in personal injury, auto accidents, and workers' comp claims. Don't settle for less. Go with someone from this city. Remember, when you're in pain, Phil Rich makes it rain.
He makes it rain! It's raining! He's from Portland!
This is an advertisement.
None, not, nothing, diddly squat, zilch, nil, not a zip. It doesn't matter how you say zero, we've got something for you. Meet Ale 80 Sugar. Same great ginger taste with a brand spanking new look. The drink for those who want to indulge and find their calories elsewhere. Open one for yourself and you'll see a whole lot goes into zero. Ale 80 Sugar. Zero sugar. 100% Kentucky.
Kick off your weekend with Racing Louisville FC as they play host to the Washington Spirit this Friday at 8 o'clock at Lynn Family Stadium. Enjoy $2 beers and kids' activities in the fan zone starting at 6:30. Get your tickets today at racingloufc.com or by calling 502-568-2489.
Here's what you missed on Middays with Marcus Maben.
I know that's an odd transition, but playing on this kickball team has really changed my view with things Coach Satterfield says. And I'll tell you why. It's one of those things where it's maddening to talk to people and say, I think we're pretty good
when you're winless.
And they're like, I mean, game
10 seconds.
It's like, oh. And it's like, yeah, but you don't have context.
Weekdays, 10 to noon on 93.9 The Ville.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9.
I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
I'm listening. Listen, we need a little bit of behind the scenes, how the sausage is made. What just happened?
Okay, so what happened is I have the Ambitions as a writer, instrumental. We're making sure we're doing instrumentals.
Right, fair enough.
Anyway, so on this board, the 93.9 board and the 680 board are completely different. They're essentially the same thing, but there's, it's this one is a lot more compact. It's about a third of the size of the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So there's less buttons. But the problem is there's more crap on every button.
Right.
And I have to figure out which one is the right one. And so I hit the wrong button.
Volume. You just didn't have the volume up?
No. I hit the wrong button I turned on the wrong thing. And there was nothing playing through the right slider. So.
After today, do you think you'll be able to handle this board just fine?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Routinely being here, once in a while, I'll get the hang of it.
Okay, so here's the thing. Texter apology accepted. Bad morning is fine. I get the total understanding of that situation. So I've been kind of spiking the ball about returning to sports. One of the texters says, I am. He compliments me on my ability to go X's and O's, but here's the thing. I don't think that's the case. I think it's one of those tail wagging the dog. When I said a lot of these stories makes your athletic breakdown a bit dull. All these people, listen, if you force the local media to have to know more about sports and start saying, okay, hey, how much re-racking of a salacious story can you do? You start to influence the direction of, listen, they say it in all this media. We play the hits. So when it stops being about the other parts of the story and it goes back to be, hey, favorite radio guy, what do you think about this guy's improvement? Hey, radio guy, what do you think about this guy's position on the team? Who has the most upside to do this? You can force somebody to talk about sports. They not force them against their will, but you get what I'm saying. You can start to influence the direction of tomorrow noon, Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony. I like hearing this. I like seeing that kind of stuff. Okay. And just to get back into the sports world, hold on. Let me check this text out. This is off topic. That's funny. I want to read this out loud, y'all. Yes, this is off topic. Yes, this is a Friday. You are more than welcome to call in on a Friday. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. This is totally off topic, and I'm going to read it.
And I do know how to answer the phone.
He does know how to answer the phone. Do you know how to put the names in the server and all that good stuff?
Yeah, once I get it up on the computer.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm connected over there. So if somebody does call, I can check it out. Did you see the Lamar tweet of the Komodo dragon eating a deer? Texter, first of all, why would you tweet that? Why would you text that into the show? Actually, I'm going to take this question a step further. Why was I staring at that video as the intro? I'm listening to Marcus Maven as I'm watching a Komodo dragon eat a deer on my Twitter. I don't know who told you. Look what's going on right here. We're getting big donations. Class Act. Shout out to Class Act. They look like 7,500 donation. Come on, Class Act. Bring some of that bread over here. So, yes, Texter. I was eating. I didn't see that. Lamar tweeted it, and it says, "No, that's a dinosaur." Now, we've had this conversation before. I do believe in unicorns, and yes, a Komodo dragon is totally a dinosaur. And the way it ate that deer, it's what your nightmares are made of. It's Jurassic, it's miniature Jurassic Park. So yes, Tex, I did see that. I gotta get back to the basketball topic. I saw that. You know, we're getting okay. The more and more, the closer we get to the season, the more people feel comfortable talking about what's going on. We're gonna have to start talking about some players soon. Players, predictions, improvement. I mean, we still got a long way to go. I'm kind of staying in the basketball world right now. Staying in the basketball world for a second. I got a message from Steve. And Steve feels like he has a rumor or two about some players who are exceeding expectations, or some players that were we're starting to see some things that we didn't know he could do. Starting to see a little bit of that. Now, again, we're dealing with a coaching staff that's never going to be impressed. And they're definitely not going to tell you how impressed they are. Ain't going to happen. The only thing this coaching staff will ever tell you that they're impressed with is how hard somebody's working, or how committed somebody is to their craft. That's all you're going to get. You're committed to his craft. He's working really hard to be the best he can be. Get used to those cliches, because that's what you're going to get. They're not going to admit we didn't know he could do that. Now, in a quiet room, they're going to say, damn, I was looking at the tape last year. You ain't do none of that. It's like, yeah, wasn't really confident. Wasn't really meshing well with the rotations and all that good stuff. I heard you say it this morning. All of a sudden, what if JJ Trainer's putting up 6-7 points a game? We're gonna celebrate Kenny. Kenny's not. Kenny's gonna celebrate JJ. Just work hard. No big deal. And Marcus is gonna hear ad nauseum, I told y'all. And then somebody's going to get mad at Mark and say, well, we'll see. Let's see if he makes it to Final Four. And I'm like, Jesus. I'm going to say, is that what we're doing now? I'm going to say, Kenny Payne just improved. You watched him improve 7 players right before your eyes. Now, if they mess around and win a couple of games early in the year that they ain't got no business, you watch that tournament then I can hear it now. Tournament record. Then they're going to start lumping in past tournament losses in with Kenny Payne all of a sudden. It's 2023 class. No. We're talking about sports. So get ready for that, y'all. Get ready for Marcus Maben. Get ready for that call. That caller that says, Marcus, well, what about the recruiting of the next class? They're going to call and say that during the year. They're going to call and try that. I'm saying no.
At some point, you have to produce some tangible results on the court. We're not Kentucky. We don't rely on recruiting every year.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Once you start seeing tangible, this is my point, Jason. Once you start seeing tangible results on the court, What I'm not going to do is let the toxic Avengers kidnap the narrative and start making it about something else.
Bingo.
That's
Absolutely.
my point.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
listen, results, tangible results on the court is going to mean that I'm going to take the liberty of having benefit of doubt to say, hey, stop talking to me about his 13 recruiting ranking versus so-and-so's 3 recruiting ranking. Because I'm going to say, no, you just watched him take a 12-win team and start producing an entirely different product on the court.
And it's not like he doesn't know his X's and O's. You don't get NBA jobs without knowing your X's and O's. He is not just a recruiter. People want to keep saying that all he does is recruit. This man had a job in the National Basketball Association. He knows his X's and O's.
Can you believe that we even have to say stuff like that?
No. All right, well, yes, because just
we don't even know if he can.
The stupidity of some people is unmatched. We shouldn't be surprised, but here we are.
Sorry, you sent me into a world of having to explain to people, like, you don't think that
I'm sorry
that they can X and O emotion offense and a defense. And here's the thing. It's not, I just did him a disservice myself. And I want to apologize. I kind of want to retract a bit of a narrative. When we say, oh, well, you're JJ, and he's averaging 7 points. What if JJ is an excellent one-on-one defender and shot blocker? What if JJ has natural timing from the offside to be able to block shots? What if he has an entirely untapped ability to block shots? Is that so far? Is that far-fetched to you? You do realize that JJ Traynor is the highest jumper on the team, right? What if JJ Traynor averages 3 block shots or something like that? Like, what if he comes in there and says, hey, this dude is a problem on the defensive end? What if this is a lockdown defensive unit? That means Kenny Payne gonna have to get the key to the city or something. He's the miracle worker. Who we got? Doc. Doc, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away. You got to turn up the volume on the caller. I think you got to slide it upwards. Sorry about that.
It's on. I was waiting for you to put him through on the phone. Give me a second.
Okay, fair enough. Doc, we're learning on the fly, Doc. We don't get your sound just yet. You have to put them through and then slide up the volume. Sometimes Nikki's a little slow too, hitting that volume. We're trying to get him. I think we're close to getting him. Yep, there you go. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. You got to hit that volume back up. I've never seen that check mark before, but I think we're getting closer to putting them through. We're gonna lose them. We're gonna get them. This is gonna survive. Y'all should just all call in right now and just bombard him with the struggles. He had to call in relief. He had to call in the righty. Listen, oh God, I wish Steve could see this. See Pat coming here like, who needs my help? Who needs a little help on this? Texas says JJ Traynor equals high upside. Might be time to see it. Texter here, I'm coming to you also. Nolan tweet. Hold on. I guess he's calling back. Nolan tweet about grab Pat real quick. He'll get you together. Nolan tweet about a system. Coaches being afraid of reducing shot clock. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Oh no, is he they're gonna have to reel him in. You can't get on the floor. Yeah, right. You cannot get on the floor. You cannot get on the floor under Coach Crum if you don't know that, if you can't do the X's and O part. And again, that was my point that I was making earlier. Like, you have to know your job so well. You have to know everybody's. By the time you know everybody's, you can explain it to anybody. I mean, now some people may be, better at relaying desperation or something like that than other coaches. But any coach can explain the what and the why in any kind of offensive possession. I'm just trying to catch up on. There's been chaos since he's been the interim athletic director. I wouldn't call it chaos as of late. We offered a scholarship, plus he played AAU with one of our players. Forgot who though. Man, it's kind of random. I want a pet dragon. Like, what? The Komodo dragon put a choke collar on? That thing's gonna turn on you. I don't know if you can do pet Komodo dragons. What are you gonna feed it? What are you gonna feed it to keep that thing healthy? You got, that thing's bound to turn on you. Yeah, it's pretty wild text line. Y'all are having fun on this Friday with the text line. Okay, so we didn't get Doc, but now you're clear.
I think so.
So
yeah.
I can let the world know we're.
How ironic was it that I said I knew how to use the phone and then immediately couldn't use the phone?
I knew. Again, Nikki goes back and forth, so sometimes he forgets to to change one of the settings too. Go ahead and play us out. Did he give you a play out on deck command, or are you using your own? We can run with that.
We're doing this.
Rolling.
It didn't come through the first time.
Fair enough. Rolling along. As always, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. YouTube channel is Made for the Ville. Middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
UPS is hiring day-sort warehouse workers in our Louisville, Kentucky hub. Our warehouses are team settings where everyone truly has each other's backs, and we work together to deliver what matters to customers and communities. We're paying $20 an hour and offer great benefits, including up to $25,000 in tuition assistance. Eligibility begins the day you're hired. Shift your future, shift your team, shift your life. Visit upsjobs.com to apply. That's upsjobs.com. Make the shift, make a difference.
Genesis Diamonds is opening up the vault with our largest GIA diamond event ever. Starting Saturday for a limited time, all our GIA diamond engagement rings will be marked down 20%.
That's 20% below Genesis' already unbeatable price. This means you can buy
How much time do you want on this one?
on over $10 million in stunning diamond rings.
These remarkable savings are on every.
Fair enough. What about intro song for the next hour?
Cuts, cushion cuts, emerald cuts, ovals, pear shapes.
Remember, all Genesis diamonds are hand-picked.
You keep telling me to do it on my own. I'm just going to keep picking like Tupac instrumentals. They're the best ones.
At Genesis, our everyday prices are unbeatable. But for this event, we're taking value to a whole new level with an additional 20% savings.
Don't miss this chance to save like never before on that exquisite diamond ring. Buy like a dealer buys.
Starting Saturday for a limited time, exclusively at Genesis Diamonds. Limit one per customer, please. In Shelbyville Road Plaza. See store for details.
We're in the thick of summer, and with the hottest days of the year ahead, you are about to find out how strong your cooling system is. And if you find out that it's not ready for the long summer, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Right now, when you buy a qualified train.
I keep getting this one call from the neurologist that Diener wants me to go to, and they called me yesterday, and they've called me twice while I'm on the air with you.
Visit DFHcompany.com.
I don't want to talk to him. I'm going to call him back later.
Restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
For the 50 days leading up to our first broadcast of Louisville Cardinals football, We're looking back at 50 great moments in Cards football history. Brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone.
In 2019, the Cards traveled to Raleigh under head coach Scott Satterfield to take on the NC State Wolfpack. The first-year head coach had a trick up his sleeve with his backup kicker, Ryan Chalafo.
25-yard field goal coming up for Chalafo. It's a fake. Chalafo has it rolling right, still rolling, looking, nothing to do but heave it for the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Oh, Marshawn Ford slipped open in the back of the end zone. I thought the play was dead.
Scott Satterfield will go on to win ACC Coach of the Year honors.
This great moment in Cards football history is brought to you by Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hi, this is Paul Rogers. I want to tell you about my good friends over at the Fitness Market. When the time came to upgrade my treadmill this summer, I knew Fitness Market was where I needed to go. Their selection of treadmills is the largest in Louisville, and they had the perfect model that fit my needs and my budget. Their delivery team did a great job installing my new treadmill.
Okay, I like that instrumental. That's nice.
Visited their location on Plantside Drive. I was amazed at the huge selection of.
But yeah, they want me to call them about my insurance or whatever. My appointment's not until September.
Electric bikes. Pat, Chris, and Sarah Wider and their team have been serving the Louisville community for over 20 years, and their
okay. Hi, YouTube channel.
Says everything they sell. I've been privileged to witness some great teams here in Louisville.
Yeah, they keep calling me. I'll talk to them later. That's really what it comes down to.
Market when you're ready to upgrade your home gym. 2 locations, Westport Road just inside the Snyder and the corner of Plantside Drive and Watterson Trail, or online, thefitnessmarket.com.
Lou City FC and Racing Louisville merch is the best way to show pride for your teams and your city.
Lancaster firing a shot from very far out and knuckled it in.
Our 2022 jerseys are now available, so grab your kit and get ready to cheer on the team this season. Visit the team store at Lynn Family Stadium, open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 6 to check out the new apparel, accessories, and novelties arriving weekly. Or shop online at shop.loucity.com and shop.racingloufc.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services. Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis.
90.
The kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502.
He said something about he just wanted to play Gonzaga at a big place. I don't remember what exactly he said.
And be sure to tell him Marcus sent you.
I'll see if I can find it. 1 minute.
Spring is upon us, and that means change. But one thing that shouldn't change is who you call for all your home buying and selling needs. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of Remax Alliance. And this spring, he wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A to Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
Ass meets bench. Bench retains ass.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. You do enough shows with me, you realize when you get some of those beats, it's not going to do any good pointing to me. I'm just going to listen to the music.
Listen, I'm just unfamiliar. I have never heard this song.
I'm sure Drew doesn't make you keep on playing the music while he just bops his head. It's a little bit of a different vibe. Well, the beat is fire. Speaking of fire, temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with this sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi mini split like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios, otherwise known as the Players Club, for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Speaking of coaches, what did I just tell you? Now I want to see when this tweet happened first. Jocelyn, thank you for sending me the tweet. I want to see when this tweet happened. Today is the 5th, right? So this was yesterday. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Nolan, you're all we got. And I say we, I mean they. You're all they got. Listen, the drama hunters and the sports purists, we're going to be able to unite behind Nolan Smith. He may give y'all just enough to wet your palate of just needing some sports behind the scene drama. I just opened the show. You would think I'd actually read that Nolan Smith tweet. So this is where it comes from. Fran Priscilla. It's time for college basketball to adopt the 24-second shot clock. It would make the game more exciting for fans, develop higher skill level for players, and improve the coach and teaching of offense and defense. If Pete Carril can take Princeton O to NBA, college coaches can adjust too. That was Fran Priscilla. And then, choo-choo! The Nolan train is never late. Here comes Nolan. It's the Kevin Hart, no meme with system coaches looking at this tweet sweating. Y'all do realize who just put this out there, right? Assistant coach Nolan Smith just put system coaches looking at this tweet sweating. Nolan, you jumping in head first, ain't you, bro? Y'all remember Nolan Smith during his opening press conference? The first thing he started talking about is he could feel fear on the coaching out on the coaching circuit, on the AAU circuit. Y'all, he said that on day one. It's August 5, and he's calling out system coaches, not by name, because he doesn't he wouldn't go overboard like that. But let's not make any mistakes about it. He's resolute. Nolan Smith is confident in his ability to develop the talent in front of him. 24-second shot clock. Do y'all know how fast that is? 24-second shot clock. You know you get 10 seconds to get the ball up court. There's not going to be a need for that point guard. I think y'all see where this is going. I don't think Nolan or Fran or anybody would be having this discussion if it wasn't in the works. You know who gets eliminated with a 24-second shot clock? Can anybody guess? 8150 939 is the number. 3831 939 is the text line. What gets eliminated with a 24-second shot clock? You want to take a stab at it, Jason? Or you want to wait? Or do you think someone else is going to take a shot at it?
I'm gonna have you repeat the question because I was looking for that audio.
You take your time with the audio. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
This was kind of a rhetorical question. I shouldn't even threw that dead fish in your lap. Does anybody, a text line, tell me what happens when you speed up the shot clock to 24 seconds? I really want to know. Hold on, I'll check the YouTube line too. What happens when you go from 35 to 24-second shot clock? There is no response, which means y'all are waiting for Uncle Maben to coach you, which I accept humbly. Guys, we're going to run one. We're going to run one. Point guard, pound the pavement, pound the ball into the pavement. Mr. Traditional, tuck the basketball under your arm and hold up one finger. Guy is done. Is done. You know that guy who after the rebound, that guy gets the ball out of half court and he tucks the ball right up under his arm and he starts telling everybody to slow down and hey, everybody, that guy. But you know what that turns into? You got it, people. Positionless basketball. Can you play or can you not play? If you're on a court, can you D up your man? Can you score on your man? Can you make a play at any position? Is your team basketball IQ high enough to find the weak link together? Do you have a team that has individual high IQ? Are your coaches teaching your players to play smart basketball? That is what basketball is, teaching them to be smart. Teaching your guys to be smart, to outsmart, to find the scab on the other team and pick it. I know you didn't like that visual, but you get the point. We don't have time for a point guard to dribble up the court, start calling stuff, setting up stuff, and no. 24 seconds, let's go. Let's go. Get the ball up the court. Guess what, y'all? Then you're gonna realize you got 6 guards on the team. You got 6 guards. Jalen Withers can handle the ball. Kamari Lands and Devin Ree are going to get the ball up the court fast. You'll have 3 guys on your team that won't be dribbling the ball. What are y'all watching? What are we watching? Kenny Payne in the offseason said there's 3 guys in the transfer portal that can play for us. Hunter, big boy, Imani Bates, and the kid out of Chattanooga. Rest of them, he said, these kids can't play here. I'm not giving away scholarships to have a guy tuck the ball under his arm and hold up his one finger and say, 2, we're going to run 2. Get off my court. You're 6 foot nothing. Who are you going to guard out here? Who are you going to guard? You're going to be guarding at least 3 guys on this court. 4 guys on this court against Kentucky are going to be 6'5". against Arkansas, against Houston. When I'm trying to make a Final Four, who are you going to guard? But we need more point guards. And we need more. Who the hell is this guy going to guard when we're trying to win a Final Four? Who we got over there?
We got Wayne.
Wayne, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
What's going on, Marcus? How you doing this morning?
Feeling good, feeling good.
Yeah, I was just going to weigh in. The style that I foresee us playing, it's going to be more of the pro style, like you were stating. As far as the guards go, anybody can bring the ball up court. That it's going to be a motion. Who breaks over? Boom, hit him, take the shot. It's not going to be come down and set up. You're absolutely right. And what we're going to see is a very, very athletic team. The multiple changes can guard anybody, any and everybody. So that's not going to be a problem. Like all these people are calling in talking this nonsense to me, and that's what I got. And I just wanted to ask you two quick questions. What's the latest on Fabio and the guy, the kid from Purdue? Are they pursuing him? And I'll hang up and listen. And as always, man, I appreciate you. You know, you one of the best. Have a good day, Doc.
Wayne, I appreciate that call. I don't know much about the Purdue kid. I don't know much, so I'll stay away from that one. The Fabio conversation is going to come up at the end of this segment, so I'll answer that question in a second. Meanwhile, have y'all been watching these last couple of Final Fours and Elite Eights? You watch Baylor. You watch Alabama. You are not necessarily Alabama. So watch some of the teams that are expected to be there late. Now I'll say this. Let me get something out of your head right now, because I can see it. I can hear y'all. I can hear your brains. There's something about this microphone. It's like an antenna that can tap into y'all individual brains, and I can hear you, and I can see and feel what you're thinking right now. You know what you're thinking? You're thinking these coaches are trying to turn it into a bunch of AAU first guy that catches the ball shoots. No. Here, the thing about basketball and elite basketball, teams that, okay, I love to go back to this play. I'll go back to this play. One of the greatest plays in Louisville history. Peyton Siva to Montrezl Harrell. You go watch that alley-oop. That is coached up IQ. Peyton knows what our fast break rules are. He sat in a million Rick Pitino sessions, and he knows if Montrez doesn't duck his head and sprint to the front of the rim, he's going to get dog cursed by Rick Pitino. Peyton Siva has been in a million practices with Rick Pitino, watching guys get dog cursed for not being at the rim first. When that ball's coming to Siva, all he's doing, he saw Montrez 4 seconds ago. He's waiting on this basketball to get to him so he can turn around and get it up by that rim. Because I know Montrez is ordered to be the first person down there and during any turnover, any tip ball. That's not okay. A lot of people see AAU basketball and they see a lot of alley-oops and dunks and they think that's undisciplined basketball. No, it's the opposite. I can almost throw this blindly because I know where everybody's supposed to be. That's IQ added with teaching, but it looks so fast that people don't understand. No, the handoff, the pick and roll handoff, the options are drilled over and over again. So people think a pick and roll is just, oh, we're just out here. I'm a juke and shake, and whoever gets the ball just takes it up, and just something. No, they get systems drilled. You learn to see. Oh, okay, good coaches can teach a player to look for cues. This guy leads with this foot, you go back door. If this guy's reaching, if he starts looking at me, if he starts looking at the guy who's handing the ball off, you go back door. We're going to be learning to see the same things and react to it. But you know what that is? That's real hands-on individual instruction, player development, player growth. That's the pro training that has Julius Randle go from being almost out of the league, almost being a complete bust, to most improved player. That's the guy who says, that's the Devin Booker who says, I mean, Kentucky's nice and everything, but Kenny Payne was really my dude. That's Bam Adebayo saying, I need to go get a workout with KP. That's Karl Anthony Towns saying, yeah, my kids, my brother, everybody, I send them to play for KP in a heartbeat. What do you mean? I mean, yeah, Cal, Cal's all right. He's cool. I work with Kenny at Kentucky. Year after year after year. So all these little nuances and intricacies Kenny Payne's been teaching, that's what a 24-second shot clock will make that look awesome. Let me get to the phone lines real quick. Cody, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, my man.
Hey, what's up, man? So can even the Kenny Payne hardcore haters at least admit, looking at this roster defensively, we could be pretty nice?
Good call.
Is that out of the question?
Good call.
I mean,
go ahead. No, go ahead, Cody. I'm listening.
No, I'm sorry, man. It's just like, if you have the number one shot blocking team in the country, even if you're not that great of a shooting team, that's going to keep you in so many games. Even like before Florida State started getting their records started to get much better in the last few years. I mean, what always kept them in games was they had 3 or 4 dudes on the floor that were 6'8" plus.
Long ass half court trapping. Long ass make people throw lobs all over the court and tough challenge shots. Yes, Cody, exactly.
Yeah. So if you have 4 shot blockers out there, I mean, it ain't going to matter if you. It's not going to matter if you have that playmaking guard when you have a 6'8" gazelle in your face. You're not going to be able to do anything. Also, Marcus, let me ask you something. Who would you rather have as your backup point guard, David Levitch or Hersey Miller? Because David Levitch was our backup point guard on that 2 season.
David Levitch.
Okay, I'm just saying though, like, we're not totally screwed. I mean, David was our backup point guard. We were a 2 seed with Quentin. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I think we're going to be fine.
Listen, I appreciate the call. I really like David Levitch, and I've actually seen him do it. So I could never in good conscience say Hersey Miller and David Levitch. I felt safe when David Levitch was on the court. So I can't even hate on that. Jeff, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind? Jeff, you there?
You there?
Oh, yeah. Start over, Jeff. Sorry about that. Fire away.
All right. I was listening to you talk about speeding things up 24 seconds and, the stuff we have with the guys we've got there. And, in my mind, you were talking about the guy that puts the stinger up, number 1 or whatever, calling plays and taking forever. Yeah. And, I look at things that we did the last couple years that drove me absolutely insane.
Elaborate.
So you see the point guard bring the ball up to the top of the 3-point line, kind of stop, pass the ball out to like the 3, walk over a little bit, pass it off, hand it off, go back and forth outside on the perimeter, and use up all the time and then take a bad shot, somebody. And all I think in my mind is just dunk the damn ball. Go inside. Go do something. Get a rebound. Make something happen. And by speeding the game up a little bit and moving faster, I think it gives us a chance to put our big guys in a position to, get an easy jump shot inside, possibly dunk, a layup, whatever, and just speed it up and, control the tempo of the game. And I think that's a much better situation for us. And it's not boring basketball. And, you know, like you said, with the guys that come down alley-oop, all I could think about was, you know, Peyton Siva and Trez and those guys. And, you know, you got a guy that can get inside. You got multiple guys that get inside. It's more fun to watch. We control the game and the speed and the tempo. And, it, you know, I like it better. It looks better to me. And to me, I think it's a better basketball team. So, you know, I'm not worried about us not having a you know, enough point guards or whatever. I mean, if we got guys that can play basketball, great. And if we got longer defensive guys, awesome.
Right.
So I think it's a good situation.
Listen, Jeff, not only do I appreciate the call, when you say something like, here's the thing, you don't have to worry about the pace. You're not going to have to worry about the pace, because when you get player development coaches, it's like this. If I know I've trained you well, if I trust you enough to put you on the court, why would I slow you down? Why would I intentionally make you have to go slow if as long as you do the things we practice, I'm going to give you the confidence to go do them. Now, listen, 42 seconds left. Calm down. Okay, I get that. But basic game principles, you're probably going to think you're on a 24-second shot clock. And again, the only disciplined part is taking good shots. But to Jeff's point, exactly what you said. I know analytically the University of Louisville in the last 2 years has set the record for the most bad shots taken in the history of college basketball. That's a stat that I've done my research. I'm lying, but I could, if I could make up a stat that I thought was true and just independent fact check Facebook it, I would say University of Louisville has set the record for the most bad shots at the end of the shot clock in history. Easily. You teach good shots no matter when they come. Good shots when they come. But that setup and that mandatory, like I said, even Rick, he was more about players touching the ball more than take your time on the shot. That's why he would run the weave, though, y'all. He would run the weave so each player could just touch the basketball, get a feel for this possession, and then go to work. Yeah, like people thought, no, he's not slowing people down. So the other point, the Fabio point, Aaron Rodgers level, RELAX. But here's the thing, even with that. Okay, Marcus thinks Fabio is good. You don't. Marcus thinks Fabio can be effective in this kind of environment. You don't. That's fine. Well, Marcus, if what if I'm right and you're wrong? Hey, if you're right and Marcus is wrong, it doesn't really matter. Why would you say that, Marcus? Because we're going to be long and athletic on the defensive end. When we get turnovers or force bad shots, we have big wings that can handle the ball. Most teams are not going to have guys that can D up and transition the way we can handle the ball as 6'8" and 6'7". It's going to be some small guys guarding 6'8" and 6'7". And I'm telling you, Danny Manning's and Kenny Payne's are, what do you call them? Are instigators. They like to see weakness out on the court. That's the NBA in them. Kenny Payne just came from an environment where somebody really literally, if they post you up 4 times and score on you, you might get cut. And here's the thing. The offensive guy wants to get you cut. They think that's funny. Kenny Payne just came from an environment where they think that's funny. Hey, man, why you do that rook like that, man? You're gonna get him sent back to the G League. Punk shouldn't be guarding me. Just savagery. You think Devin Book, like, You think he cares if he sends a rookie back to the G League? Imagine being a coach laughing about that. Rook, you better step up. They're gonna be look the Florida Komodo Dragons is calling. They think that's funny in those locker rooms. You're gonna cry if you can't stop somebody. If you can't stop somebody 4 times in practice in a professional locker room, they'll send you to the G League. Kenny Payne is coming from a savage environment. You think he won't laugh if they get a turnover and they give the ball to Sidney Curry and Roosevelt, or somebody can't stop him 4 possessions in a row? You think he won't? You better figure out something. Like, that's funny. So my point is, I'm not worried about Fabio because it's going to be a defensive team. You have to be able to stop somebody, even get on the court. Texas says Komodo Dragons is funny. I'll tell you what, people. I'm going to take this last break. Coming back from the break, well, we'll just let that be a surprise. We have a good conversation. Middays with Marcus Maben, rolling along on 93.9 The Ville.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got.
All right, so I have our current break, and then I have it cut so that we can play you out at the end too, if you want.
It's like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life. And if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial Pound Law on your cell phone. That's Pound 529, offices Louisville.
People-friendly equipment, technology, and service for all of your print communication needs. Look no further.
Just whistle for duplicate.
I'm trying to do the math right now. Sorry.
Scan, fax, send, or mail. Your unduplicated professionals can simplify the process with world-class network business machines from Ricoh and Savin. High-quality office equipment solutions and services, and the fairest possible price always for you. That's our commitment.
About 36.
And tomorrow.
And our commitment continues from our commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the 7110 Ricoh graphic print system, providing superior color output to include spot varnish options. Duplicator sales, Derby City Litho. Corporate mailing systems, Ricoh and Savin.
Just whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Phone 589-5555.
I don't remember. I'll be honest.
Sales.net, 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown and Lexington.
At Kroger, we believe
If you wanna go and talk when you come back, I can go and recheck it real quick.
local farms right in our own backyard to bring the fresh produce.
That was a tweet, by the way. The Cal thing where he didn't want to play at their arena was a tweet. It was a tweet from Cal. I can send it to you.
Come pick out some yourself, because shopping for local produce should be as easy as shopping at your local Kroger. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You voted.
I just sent it.
In for the 2022 Local ESPY Award from ESPN Louisville.
Congratulations to University of Kentucky's Oscar Shibwe for winning Male College Athlete of the Year. It was a clean sweep for Oscar, becoming the first player in UK history to sweep every National Player of the Year award. Shibwe averaged 17 points and 15 rebounds per game for the Cats and created even more of a stir when he decided to come back for another season. Congratulations to Oscar Shibwe.
We got one more.
Again this year for the 2022.
Yeah, it's 34 seconds after this.
ESPN Louisville.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure.
Yeah, I'll find it on YouTube on the computer.
502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. They're going to start liking you. These short commercial breaks, they're going to start getting mad at me. That felt extremely short for a commercial break, but it's okay. Because at the end of it, I got some good information to end of Friday. Let me send a text really quick. Hold on. Okay, there you go. I gotta finish this one. I know we said it at the beginning, or we said it yesterday. I gotta finish this conversation. I'm not even gonna play what this coach left for us, but he did leave it for it. I talked about it last night. Hey, Coach Mac, if no one else says thank you, I gotta say this right here on air. Coach Mac, thank you for that video. Don't worry about it. Thank you for that video. Never mind the fact. Because for years, I was frustrated. Like, look at y'all schedule. Look at y'all schedule. You won't go. Listen, the football pro, like I watched for years. We beat you the first game in football every single year. All of a sudden, you got to move it to the last game. I watched Indiana bust you. Now, all of a sudden, we got to have NCAA clearance policies if the Indiana, but my guys were in danger. Just, shut up. I watch you win. I watch you play 18 trash opponents and one neutral game in your first 20. No wonder you're number 4 in the country every year before you even hit conference. You're playing trash. You don't want to schedule anybody. Coach Mac, thank you. Play that. Thank you, Coach Mac. We owe you one still. Oh, no, we broke
Cards fans, your fearless leader, Coach Mac. I keep getting asked, Coach, are we playing the game?
This is what he had to go through.
Are you scared? Are you a chicken?
This is what he got bombarded. Never even thought that Cal might be the one causing problems in the scheduling. It never crossed your mind. Everybody gets dropped from the schedule.
Play Kentucky. As for the UK series, here's the thing. I want to do what's most convenient for John and his program. You do believe that, right? That I want to do what's best for John? Never mind the fact that we had a December 12th mutually agreed upon date to play the game.
Mutually agreed upon date.
And never mind the fact that they backed out.
They backed out.
Because they were returning from London on December 6th.
6th?
Playing Michigan. Thought it was too close to the 12th.
6 days.
Never mind the fact that December 6th game got canceled. No trip to London.
Let's play it.
Can we play that game on the 12th? Never mind the fact that they scheduled Notre Dame in lieu of playing us on the mutually agreed upon date.
What?
Never mind the fact that they called ESPN and tried to change one of our ACC games without our knowledge or permission.
What?
Never mind the fact that Coach Stoops and his football program at the University of Kentucky honored that request in football to move Louisville's home game from 2020 to 2021. If you can do it in football, seems like you could do it in basketball. Never mind the fact that the University of Cincinnati asked us to do the exact same thing that we're asking Kentucky to do.
Well, do it.
And we honored that request.
We honored.
Listen, I don't want to stand in the way of college basketball's best rivalry. Whatever is most convenient for Coach Cal, we'll do it. See you in the Center.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris Mack. So now I got to read this tweet from John Calipari. I'm excited about playing Gonzaga. Are you? I'm disappointed that we have to go there first. Why are you disappointed? Gonzaga was in the championship. Wasn't they in the championship? They were in the champions or wait, no, who won? Kansas won. They were in the Final Four, whatever it was.
I think they were in it the last year.
Well, it don't matter.
Regardless,
Gonzaga's been killing it. Why are you disappointed that Gonzaga's been number 1, 2, or 3 for the last 5 years straight? Why are you disappointed that you got to go there first? You kidding me? Wait, go there first. But to make it happen,
the princess won't go. It's too far. What? Thanks, Fuey.
But to make it happen, I was willing to do that. Playing in front of 13,000 crazy fans in Spokane Arena will be exciting, just like it will be in front of 22,000. Oh, God. You didn't even want to go to their. You don't even go to people's campuses. Stop it. You know why? Because Blue can't get in when you go on people's campuses. Stop stacking the deck. Stop stacking the deck. My God. You already got an AD. You done got on the tournament selection committee with your AD and the college football playoff committee. Stop stacking the damn deck. You admitted that you wrote your own new rules for the COVID year and all kind of craziness. My goodness. Go to somebody's campus and play some basketball. I can't wait to get up the road. Come on, Kenny. So I'll tell you what, this is what we're going to do, y'all. Very, very, very important public service announcement / conversation that I had. There's an uplift event coming up soon. I say uplift, which is to help up for women and children. It's uniting partners for women and children. It's a 501c3 organization. I think you really, really want to hear about it. It's very, very important. It's very important information. Listen for the site at the end of it. I will be sharing the information publicly, but thank you again for Cicely Bell for joining me this morning before the show, carving out that space. I really do appreciate that. Enjoy the interview, enjoy the information, enjoy the weekend, everybody. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. As always, 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9